might know some of them. There's Charlie and Cowboy, a dolly for Sue, Pink Spotted Elephant, the Pistol, Train, and Airplane, Yukon Cornelius and Bumble, Clarice, and of course Rudolph. Rudolph, who was laughed at because his nose is red. Rudolph, the object of ridicule, the target of bullying. Because you know the song, Rudolph the Red, when all the other reindeer used to laugh and call him names.
Like Pinocchio.
They never let poor Rudolph join in any reindeer games. No, this is not about you. Go in your box. That's next year. All of my friends have been the object of ridicule, laughed at. Charlie, because he's supposed to be named Jack in the box, because ostrich instead of a horse. For Sue, because she's depressed. And who wants a doll that's depressed? Or for that matter, who wants a pistol that squirts grape jelly? Or a train with square wheels? Or an airplane that can't fly? Don't hurt them. Those are my friends. But my favorite, I'm not supposed to have favorites, but my favorite, my soulmate, is Hermie. Hermie the elf who dreamed of... I knew Hermie's struggles because I was a boy who liked to play music. Instead, when Rudolph and Hermie sang together, we're not Daffy and Dilly. Seems to us kind of silly that we don't fit in. We're a couple of misfits. What's the matter with misfits? That's where we fit in. You ever felt like a misfit? Excluded? Outsider? Although haven't we all felt like we're unwanted in some way at some time? Bullies are so good at finding that one thing about which we have some insecurity and making it a big deal through taunts and tweets. They shine a light on what makes us different, try to make us feel bad about ourselves. But Jesus had something to say about people who do that. Blessed are you who weep now, but woe to you who are laughing now, for you will mourn and weep. Jesus had some pretty strong language in the Gospel of Luke. Blessed are you who are poor, but woe to you who are rich. Blessed are you who are hungry now, for you will be filled, but woe to you who are full now, for you will be hungry. Blessed are you when people hate you, and when they exclude you, insult you, and say bad things about you. He's describing an upside-down world, turned right side up. And Jesus called that the kingdom of God. That's a world where misfits rule. And his birth rejoices in misfitness. Because you know, the characters at the manger were misfits too. Let's look at them. We have Jesus, who was born surrounded by cows and donkeys and sheep because his family was excluded from the inn. Who else? They got shepherds. You know, shepherds were a very smelly, rowdy bunch. And they were not usually welcome in polite society. And yet the angels told good news to the shepherds, not the supposedly important people. That's one of those examples of those blessings and woes. It's upside down to right side up. And who else was at the manger? It was Joseph. Joseph the dreamer. Joseph not only believed in the dreams, he followed them, even if it could bring him ridicule. But you know, misfits are often very, very brave. Imagine what his friends were saying behind his back. Joseph could have easily dismissed Mary when he discovered that she was pregnant, but instead he took responsibility for a child not his own. But then, of course, there's Mary. Mary, the bravest of them all. She was open and willing to do anything God asked, even though God had an absolutely ridiculous and terrifying idea for her. Yet, Mary actually believed she had a part to play to change the world from upside down to right side up, so that the poor and hungry and those who are sad now one day will laugh and be full. So there's one more character that doesn't show up in any of our manger scenes, but is very important to the story. In those days, there was a very paranoid king named Herod, a frightened little man who took pleasure in cruelty. He was so afraid that someone might plot against him that after Jesus was born, he ordered the death of all the boys under the age of 2 in and around Bethlehem. This bully forced Mary, Joseph, and the baby to flee to Egypt, to live for several years as refugees. And I have to say, thank God the Egyptians let this family cross the border, because otherwise we wouldn't have a Christmas. And how did King Herod learn about Mary's child? Well, that's the last of our friends at the manger. The Zoroastrian astrologers. Maybe 3. These were people who literally walked around with their head in the clouds, their heads in the stars. But these misfits were wise enough, you know, misfits usually are pretty wise, that they didn't spill any more secrets to that paranoid king. But back to Mary. Again, Mary believed that that next year, I'll give you a part next year, Mr. Grinch. Mary believed she had a part to play, to change the world, to turn it from upside down to right side up, so that the poor and hungry and those who are sad now will one day laugh and be full. Which to me means Mary believed the kingdom of God ultimately belongs to the misfits. She believed in that day when the most blessed of all the elephants will be those with pink spots. And real cowboys will ride ostriches, not horses. And Charlies in the box will be much more popular than the regular old Jack. The day when people won't think it's wrong for little girls, boys, or dolls to be sad. We can certainly pray for the day when pistols will shoot grape jelly instead of bullets. And when Hermie and all the other misfits follow their dreams and teach us how to stand up to bullies and disarm them with love, the kind of thing that Jesus taught in our text. But my final thought, these misfit toys were not satisfied with knowing that someone loved them. They weren't looking for an island to keep them safe from cruelty or a special place of honor. They didn't need to be wanted as much as they wanted to fill a need. And I would like that for us too. But that means we have to embrace our misfitness, not be afraid of it. Your unique and perhaps unusual strengths are a force for good to turn our world from right upside down to right side up. A world where it's no longer acceptable to be cruel to refugees and to people who are hungry or anyone else. Because in a world where misfits rule, people are open-minded, they include everybody, they're fair to everybody, and everyone acts with kindness and caring. We call that an open, inclusive, just, and compassionate world. And you know that when our hands are turned down like this, when the world is upside down, we can use them to shoo people away. But what happens when we turn our hands like this, when it's turned right side up? We can offer to one another that which each of us needs. We can offer love, we can offer compassion and healing, we can offer food for those who are hungry. I invite you to do that with me this and see what you have to offer the world. Amen. I invite you to let us know you're here tonight.